people left their own village because of insecurity. They cannot even hold their governors, their local government chairman, their representatives.
You have 10 seconds more.
Yes, into account. Many of them are sitting in Abuja. They refuse to go to where they are going, where they are collecting money to govern. What are we talking about? We are not saying Tinubu is not this thing. Tinubu is not do that. What of your governor? What of your rep? What of your senator? What of your chairman local government and councillor? We should look at that thing. And something happened and you are trying to say Trump should come. Listen, if you have a problem with your wife, Trump will come and settle it. God bless you.
God bless you too. All right, sir. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Shalom. I'm calling from Ayobo.
Your name is what?
My name is Shalom. I'm calling from Ayobo.
All right, Shalom from Ayobo. Please, 1 minute.
Yeah, so please, I have about 3 points to make on this issue, right?
Please, quickly, 1 minute.
The fact is, these things are happening. We're talking about human life here, right? And people are dying. You see some videos of someone who has lost 20, 30 people in their family, right? So that's crazy and it's happening at a massive scale, right? Secondly, the North has been largely neglected. Like, issues not equally set around Nigeria. So when we are making decisions and we are saying things from our comfort zone here in the Southwest, let's remember that if it is in your power to decide whether someone else dies tomorrow, whether a new village is wiped out tomorrow, what are you going to do? Let's think about that. Then finally, the third part is that it is really, in my view, naive and childish to think about politics in terms of good interest, right? The politics of good interest. We are playing a game of chess. It doesn't matter whether the person likes it or not. What matters is, can they capture your interest, right? Are you in danger? So what we should think of getting is, what are the stakes? What are the interests? What do we want out of this? What does the US want out of this? What can we get there? What guardrails to the state? Okay, this thing has happened, how it has happened. Trump has called us out. Let's say it's a good thing. Doesn't matter. What's the next step? What kind of discussions do we want to have? What kind of negotiations do we want to have? Yes, so if they come and intervene, they have to have minerals and whatever, yeah, that's fine. Maybe that's what they get in return for helping their business, right? They have to take money back somehow. So what matters is what are our interests and what we want out of this, not whether someone is a nice person.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello. Good morning, my brother, Mr. Ian.
Yes. What's your name? God bless
my
you
name is
too.
Femi calling from Ikorodu.
Femi from Ikorodu, please make your comment.
In fact, to me, I'm even thinking that even if Trump is in Nigeria today. Well, like, honestly. Sir, could you remember these people that are talking on radio, speaking English, American English, or what? Let them come to Nigeria and come and speak English.
I guess they come to Nigeria. Well, we'll go to that.
Let me tell you something, sir. These people that say we should take our responsibility ourselves in Nigeria. Could you remember when Jonathan was here? Iye Jirika was the chief of army staff. When he was killing these bandits and Pukar and all the rest, what did they say? Say he was repenting what happened in the Civil War. And they said that if they don't remove him, they will take action on Jonathan. And Jonathan, with cowardice he was, he fear and removed Iye Jirika. That is why the insecurity now persists up to date. And now, go to the Benue State. Look at how the end carry ammunition here and there. I mean that happened. I was going on the way. Police will look at starting my pocket. What are we saying? Are they not seeing all this justice? And someone is here saying he's educated, speaking English. Or that Trump. I know you are a very stubborn person. And once you are stubborn, nobody will control you. Please come to Nigeria today.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for your comment. Well, let's go back to our guest. Right there. We still have an international development analyst, Jude Segbu. We still have former major U.S. Army right here, Yinka Ogunsoya. And also we still have a technology consultant and a public affairs analyst, Dr. Aderonke Kujore. All right, yeah. And joining us live from the United States of America. Well, Mr. Yinka, Dr. Aderonke, you've been accused that, let me for what I know for fact is Dr. Aderonke has been, he's been to the studio Also, Dr. Adeyinka just recently just left. He was in Nigeria also. We had conversations when he was in Lagos and even he was in Ogun State. So they all come to the country, not just that they go sit down in the US and speak English. That's addressing your thoughts there. But let's go to what US President Donald Trump said. And also look at what Jonathan said back then in the years. And we'll come back and talk more on the way forward.
Today I'm honored to host President Buhari of Nigeria at the White House right here in the beautiful Rose Garden. President Buhari, I want to thank you very much for traveling to Washington for these important discussions. It's a true pleasure to welcome you to our nation's capital. Nigeria is the largest democracy in Africa. As I conveyed to President Buhari in our discussions, the United States deeply values and appreciates Nigeria's role as a strong democratic leader in the region. The United States is currently working to expand trade and commercial ties with African nations, including Nigeria, to create jobs and wealth in all of our countries. We hope to be the economic partner of choice for nations across the continent and all around the world. And you see what's happening with respect to trade and the United States. We are being respected again. I hope all African countries and countries throughout the world that we also will be supporting you and that they will likewise support us in our bid along with Canada and Mexico.
All right, let's hear from Jonathan also back then. That was an interview when our former late president Buhari visited the White House in the U.S. Let's hear from Jonathan.
Relationship, then it should be mentioned. Sending that person to Nigeria at the eve of election, after Obama even issued a statement directing Nigerians to vote for the next chapter, that tells you something. And we should not sweep this things under the carpet. If a foreign country, or the African country, or even America or any other country interferes with our own elections, we should mention it. Immediately the Chibok issue came up. We expect Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US would bring back our girls' placards. How? Why? And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards. I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals. But as a president, of course, you know, it's not the president that go to the field. You have security and intelligence officers that do the work. Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls. That does not mean that I'm trying to remove myself from any blame. Yes, I may not.
Former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Let me come to our guest. Let's begin with Mr. Adeyinka. Mr. Yinka, you had it. You had Trump there talking about value in Nigeria as a trade and commercial place, ties, creating jobs and wealth, economic partners, U.S. being respected again, and also trying to support all African. Are this the interest? This is when the president, former president, late president Buhari visited the White House. And also there were talks that, maybe because other Nigerian presidents, we do go to visit U.S. president after being elected. You know, the likes of Obasanjo, the likes of Yaradua, the likes of Buhari, the likes of Jonathan. But let me let you know, Lagos, that it's not only the Tinubu, yes, has also visited the president of U.S. Yes, President Tinubu met with the U.S. President Joe Biden on the 10th of September 2023, just about 3 months after his inauguration during the G20 summit in New Delhi, in India. So some speculations have been, around that. Maybe that's why Tinubu and the president of US have not met because there seems to be some friction among them. But that aside, these issues at hand, Mr. Yinka, please, you want to make comment on that?
First of all, thank you. I would like to just clear some things. You know, a lot of people do talk from emotional. I mean, general public. People are going to react from emotion, and I understand that. I mean, I've written a whole bunch of op-ed in the Nigerian newspaper and interviews across the Nigerian network, where I simply said the government does not have the full political intent to curb this insurgency. But you can now peel it back and look at different layers. You cannot blame one government for what is going on in Nigeria. This started years ago, and we allowed it to fester and turn into a monster. Whatever is going through Mr. Trump's mind to zero in on Nigeria is best known to him. I can't speculate on his mind, but what I can tell is that we have to do things right. I've been involved with Defense Headquarters since 2012. I've been visiting, profiling, preferring all kinds of solutions. We can do all that. If the security agencies are not taking advice or moving in that direction, do we now call for JDAM, B-2 bombers upon our people? I'll keep saying my favorite phrase. If you have never been to war, you will not understand. You have to be on the ground to understand the implication of these weapons, the capability of these weapons, and the damages these weapons will be done. A lot of people saying Mr. Trump should come now. When they come, are you sure you're going to survive yourself? Are you sure your family that you want to protect is going to survive?
That's the question.
We killed hundreds of thousands in Iraq and Afghanistan. At the end of the day, what do? Devastate the whole place, pack our bag, and hightail out of there. And who's dealing with it? The locals are dealing with it right now. That's why I said in every bad situation, we'll find some good. It's a wake-up call. Let's bring in experts. Let's bring in people that have experience in insurgency, because none of these Nigerian generals has any form of experience when it comes to insurgency.
Oh, really?
Insurgency is not.
Are you sure about that?
A symmetric war. I'm 100% sure.
Our new CDS?
Going to class, going to training is different from being on the ground and chasing these guys. I've said it before. Everything Boko Haram is doing is a template of what we saw in the Middle East. Every single action they're taking, the funding, where's the money coming from? Who's tracking? I think I said on your show. Who's tracking the funding? Where is these weapons coming from? Who's selling it to them? No, they're not manufacturing. Why is the northern border porous? There's no kind of control on that border, but we see feed on Buhari to close the southern borders, but we let the northern border open. Those are the critical questions we have to ask ourselves. The Nigerian government needs to pull it together, engage people that really want, that we know we can handle this. And it's all about the intent. We can have all the capabilities, all the machineries, but if you don't have the will and intent to want to, President Tinubu has to come out and say, enough is enough. Ghana did it on a macro level. When the cattle herders were going haywire like in Nigeria, he told them, if you're seen with a weapon, it's going to be shot at sight. Guess what? What I always find this resistance, they moved out of Ghana. This guy roamed throughout the Sahel. And that means our northern border needs to be locked down completely. We need to know who comes in, who goes out, what weapons they carry, where they are. We know where they are. Zambia. Why is Sheikh Gumi roaming around Nigeria? This guy's supposed to be having a meeting with them every now and then. Why is he not being questioned? Those are the things I ask. But what I want my fellow Nigerians to understand, we are not sitting in the United States comfortably. I've been in Nigeria 5 times this year. And I'm still going to come before the end of the year. Because that is my home. And I have love for it.
All right. Thank you very much.
From outside, is going to feel the passion we have for Nigeria from outside. non-Nigerians than we.
Okay.
That's why I've always advocated for engaging Nigerians who can help get this thing under control, like now.
Like now. All right. Quickly, because of our time, while we're wrapping up, let's hear from Dr. Aderonke there before we come to Mr. Jude. Dr. Aderonke, your words from there. What do you think? You had the callers. Everybody say, well, in fact, they are thinking waking up today. Trump should be in the country. All of this. You've experienced, you've been in the States, you've been in the northern part of the country. You've seen all of these things happening. What will you say should be the solution to all of this? What's the next step that Nigeria should be thinking about?
Yeah, I think a couple things. One, the assumption that Nigerians have that because maybe some of us have an accent or some of us, spend a lot of time outside the country, that we don't know the country or we don't spend time in the country or we don't do stuff in the country is false. As many who know me know, I spend probably more time in Nigeria than anywhere else in the world. And not just in the south where I'm from, but in the north and in the east. And, in all honesty, my operations in Nigeria are larger than anywhere else because this is a country that I love, I care for, and made me who I am. I think it's very sad that to hear Nigerians encouraging the invasion of Trump based on religious genocide. They obviously don't understand the potential devastation that could come from this. This assumption that Trump is going to be a benevolent leader to come save them is the biggest joke that is out there right now. The dynamics between him and Buhari have changed. The dynamics from his first term to his second term are very different, and it is clear in his rhetoric. The respect that he used to have does not exist anymore. Because if he had any form of that respect, he would not speak in the way that he did. He's clear, and he's clear in everything that he does, both in the U.S. and how he has spoken about Nigeria, that he has economic interests. He has talked about the fact that the U.S. is looking to be respected again. That is a very clear call for power. I want Nigerians to be introspective for a second. Look at Libya. What are they expecting to come out of this? We're talking like we don't have sense in many ways. This is an internal matter that requires dialogue, settling conversations between settlers and headmen.
All right.
This is not something where we need the U.S. military coming in and bombing, because when they come in and bomb, it will not be whether you're Christian or you're Muslim. It will be directly based on interest. And
all right.
There's a lot of financial interest, economic interest that the U.S. is looking for in Nigeria.
All right, thank you.
Think of all our raw materials. We should not underestimate this.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Aderonke. Let's quickly come.
The only reason that this is continuing, I will say this and I'll leave it. The only reason that this is continuing is because some powerful people in Nigeria have economic interest in those areas that are being dissipated. And we don't have leadership that has had enough, whatever it is, whether it's time, focus, or whatever, to attack that. So we need to be careful about calling Trump back into this.
We need to be careful about calling Donald Trump back into this matter. Well, quickly, let me, Mr. Jude, about just in 20 seconds, your parting word.
I tend to look at the positive things of things, and I think our president, Tinubu, should welcome this as a very bright opportunity. I think it places him in a position to take decisive actions. If there were some forces that are hindering him to take some
all right,
steps,
we have to go.
Practically position him to take actions in order to combat this malaise in the country. This is a positive move for Nigeria. It will encourage reform and accountability. It will incentivize counterterrorism reform. I think it promotes also the idea of governance improvement.
Well, your points are valid, Mr. Jude, because we're out of time now already. Gentlemen and lady, Dr. Aderonke Kujore, thank you very much for your time. Mr. Yinka Ogusoya, former Major U.S. Army, thank you very much. Mr. Jude Asiegbu, if we have time for more conversations, International Development Analyst, Mr. Jude Asiegbu. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time this morning. And that's how much we can take on the program Spotlight on Super FM 92.7. Yes, John Boyega on Politics Now at 7:30. Have a beautiful day. My name is Michael Iyang.
We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. Switch to the good side of life here on 92.7 Super FM.
Oh, the only detergent that keeps me bright and fresh. I know they waste time to wash. I thought my clothes have the best, so why go less? You can't wash a lot with a little.